Welcome to day 2 of the 2025 Refresh Renew Summit with Soul Heart Collaboration. I'm your hostess, Jamie Allen Bishop, here to introduce our next speaker. Bengü Davchevski is passionate about helping people grow by blending psychology, leadership, and real-world experience. With a bachelor's degree in psychology and an AA in pre-law studies, she has built a strong foundation in both human behavior and strategic thinking. Certified as a leader of the future, positive psychology, and improving your memory, Bengü brings a fresh insight and practical tools to her work. Her diverse career as a financial specialist, project manager, and content writer reflects her beliefs in bridging personal growth with professional success. Please help me welcome Bengü.
Hi everyone. Today I would like to share with you my journey toward becoming a whole and resilient person. My name is Bengü Davchevski and I'm 28 years old. I graduated from psychology field, and which may seem young to some, but I've grown significantly by fully transforming my mindset. Let's start like this. My childhood was filled with challenges, and I experienced violence at home as my father was aggressive and my mother had to manage everything alone. For a child, it's incredibly difficult to feel powerless in such circumstances. I chose to focus on my studies as a path of professional and personal success. And later I moved to Europe, where I had to navigate life on my own, building a career, establishing a home, and starting from scratch in a foreign country, step by step, brick by brick. I worked to create the life I envisioned. Today, I want to show you how to create the life you envision through and personal and professional development. These are two deeply connected. To professionally grow, we first need to develop personally. Personal development begins with becoming whole, understanding ourselves, our values, strengths, and our limits. To become a whole, we must first accept and become self-aware of our circumstances. It's essential to recognize that no matter what happens, your value and your strength remain intact. At the times, people or situations may try to make you feel smaller than you truly are. It can be in your work, it can be in your relationship, it can be overall in the life. But what matters most is your own perception of yourself, not the other people's opinions. It's your belief to yourself. Becoming whole starts with acceptance and face to face with our traumas and healing from that traumas. For a long time, I was too shy to speak about my experiences with my father's violence and other challenges because some of the people in our life might want to abuse and try to use these things. They can see these things as weaknesses, but they don't know it's actually the strength. I came to accept my reality. I cannot change the family I was born into, my father, my sister, my mother, or even my friends. I used to think if only my family had been different, I could be better, or I could achieve more. But I realized that this mindset is simply running from a trauma and avoiding the lessons it offers. I was born into that family, that country, and none of it was my fault. Everything I endured has shaped me into the person that I am today, strong, resilient, and emotionally aware. Facing my experiences rather than avoiding them allowed me to grow into a whole and empowered individual and embrace yourself fully, even the parts you may have hidden from yourself, like I did. Accept all your experiences, including the negative ones, face them honestly, and allow yourself to feel, to cry. If you need to cry, cry. I cried many times. It was not easy to confront my past. I questioned why it happened to me, why I don't have a father like the others, and I wish to be like the other girls. And but eventually I stopped asking why and wishing for a different past. I accepted this is my life and I am who I am. While it can be painful, acceptance allows growth. Surround yourself with the people who love and accept you for who you truly are, and those who not judge but support you in your journey, because I'm sure everyone have around them some people who are judges and some people who truly loves. I remember as a child I was struggling to learn the alphabet and crying out of frustration. My mother told me, cry as much as you need. And I cried and I cried and I cried. Then after she asked me, uh, is the problem solved? And I was like, stopped a little bit. And I was like, no. And she said, because problem won't solve itself. You will eventually need to learn the alphabet now or later. That lesson stayed with me. And life will teach us its lessons, whether we resist or embrace. And tears alone do not solve our challenges. I know when people are frustrated, angry, they might want to cry and act, but we need to control our emotions and start asking some questions to solve the problems that we are facing through. This is what resilience actually truly means. Resilient people see problems as opportunities to learn. They regulate their emotions. Yes, they experience their emotions. It's important to experience and feel your emotions, but regulating your emotions and not acting through emotions, actually thinking strategically and asking how I can solve this. Do I need help? Who can help me? And what steps do I need to take? And cultivating resilience is a core part of becoming whole, and it is essential for personal and professional success. Today, you might cry to solve your problems and cry, and not come into a conclusion. In your work, in your professional life, uh, you cannot act on emotions. So if you're angry to your team leader, you should leave your anger, then forget about it and professionally speak and try to solve the problems between you and your team leader or anyone else. So this is how personal growth and development connects with professional development actually. So your traumas are not your weaknesses, they can be your greatest strength. When you become resilient and learn to cope with challenges, they can propel you towards success. I have always focused on positivity. I transformed my mindset, faced problems directly, and worked to resolve them. Today, I'm grateful for every experience because they shaped me into a whole person. I refreshed my soul, grown stronger, and achieved happiness and success. All thanks to the courage of the child I was once. When I look back, I tell that child, look, where are you now? Look at the countries you traveled, the people who love and support you, and the joy you brought to those around you. You have succeeded. That child never imagined leaving her country, facing life alone, or navigating a world that was overwhelming and frightening. And yet, she did it. We all have traumas. For some, my traumas might be small. For some, it can be large. We all have different types of traumas. But no matter what your experiences are, focusing on personal growth, positivity, and resilience will guide you to success. Keep your eyes on the light and embrace yourself and trust that the day of achievement and fulfillment will come. When we become whole, we succeed. When our personality is resilient, strong, and focused, positive, and set the skills, knowledge, who will stop you to be successful? No one. No one cannot stop you to be successful because they can take your bag, they can take your clothes, they can even take your home, but no one cannot steal the knowledge that you have. No one cannot steal the skills you have, and no one cannot steal the positivity that you keep. So I worked a lot of different jobs, and each of the job I learned different set of skills. At one point, I face to face with burnout. I was thinking it's not a real thing. It's just spoiledness. I was thinking, yeah, it's true. When I was in Poland, I was studying at a specialized school and could not afford to fail, either financially or academically. At the same time, I needed to find a job to support myself. Finding work was extremely challenging because as I lacked both language skills and the professional experience. Adding to the pressure, my landlady wanted me to move, and I faced the stress of securing a visa after graduation. I did not have the funds for master degree, So my only solution was to work and obtain a work visa. When I finally found job, it came with 1 month trial period. During that time, I worked tirelessly, going above and beyond to prove myself to secure the position. However, the result of this intense effort was burnout. After the trial period, I was not offered the job, and the stress began to take serious toll on my health. I developed severe hives, and the pressure became unbearable. I had never, ever realized how profoundly stress could affect one's physical health. Yes, I failed. They fired me. I couldn't work because I was in the emergency room from hives. And their reason for firing me was energy didn't match. I gave my all to the job, and my body and my mind paid the price, and that shouldn't be. That's very expensive. That's very expensive price, the health and the body and mind. And throughout that experience, I learned the real meaning of personal development, knowing your limits, motivating yourself, and prioritizing your well being. And I also learned I don't need to prove myself to anyone, to others. I don't need it. So I learned the success isn't about giving everything to work at the expense of yourself. It's about the balance. I now honor my needs, sleep, breaks, and the boundaries. I understand that not every job fits to every person, and this is okay. I thrive when I'm motivated and supported, and I am no longer forcing myself into environments that don't suit me or potentially harms me. This is why personal development matters, because knowing yourself, understanding your limits, and nurturing your strengths isn't just a self-care, it's the foundation of success. Everything in the world operates in balance. If the sun were any closer, it would destroy life. Its power is immense, yet controlled and balanced. It sustains the world. Similarly, in our lives and careers, strength alone isn't enough. Power without control isn't true power. It can become destructive. A whole self-aware, resilient person doesn't just survive challenges, they grow through challenges. They adapt and they achieve. Without personal growth, even the strongest skills and knowledge can't carry you forward. With it, nothing can stop you. Once I realized my limits and learned to prioritize myself, I started to renew my approach to life and work. I stopped pushing beyond my capacity and began focusing on what truly mattered: building skills, growing mindset, nurturing my resilience. This process of renewal isn't just about recovering from burnout, it's about actively shaping who you are. When you strengthen your personality, your focus, positivity, emotional intelligence, and self-awareness, you create a foundation that supports professional growth. Think of it like a bridge. One side is personal development. That means knowing yourself, understanding your values, setting boundaries, saying no, growing resilience, trying to not prove yourself. And on the other side is professional development, such as acquiring skills, building expertise, excelling your work, leading maybe teams, and achieving goals. The bridge that connects to your whole and renewed self. Without strengthening your inner world, professional success is a fragile. If you cannot control your emotions, yourself, your traumas, and everything, and in the work, if you act on anger, you might lose the deal that you're gonna get. You might lose the connection that you want. You might destroy your team. So it is very important to strengthen yourself, your inner world. It's easier to burn out, feel unfulfilled or plateau. But when your personality is strong, resilient, and self-aware, every skill you learn, every opportunity you take, and every challenge you face becomes extension of who you truly are. I learned that professional success isn't just about working harder or longer. It's about renewing yourself, growing personally, and letting that growth flow into your work. So let that knowledge, that control, that skills, that positivity to flow into your work. Personal development fuel to your career, and it makes your achievements sustainable, meaningful, and truly yours. So the real secret to success isn't luck, connection, or even skills alone. It's the bridge you build between the person you are and the professional you want to become. When that bridge is strong, resilient, and whole, nothing can stop you. Love yourself. Thank you very much.